Hi, welcome to Mind, Body, Spirit Synchrony, where we'll explore ways to help improve your physical, psychological, and spiritual well-being. It's all about balance. Today we're going to get into relationship cleanup, when to let go and when to hold on. Some relationships feel like sunshine. Others feel like walking through quicksand in cement shoes, and yet we still hesitate to let go. Maybe it's guilt. Maybe it's history. Maybe it's the delusional hope that one day this person will change. But here's the harsh truth. Some relationships aren't meant to be fixed. They're meant to be ended. Of course, not every rough patch means you should hit the eject button. So how do you know when to work through it and when to walk away? Let's declutter it. When to hold on, the red flags that aren't actually red flags. Before you start cutting people off like a ruthless Joseph Stalin of relationships, let's talk about the difference between a toxic relationship and a difficult one. Not every uncomfortable moment means it's time to pack your emotional bags. You can have honest conversations even when they suck. Disagreements happen, so do bad days. But if you can call each other out, own up to mistakes, and actually work through issues, that's not toxicity. That's growth. There's mutual effort. If both people are willing to show up, have the hard talks, and put in the work, there's still something worth holding on to. The key is both people putting in the effort, not just you. The relationship has more ups than downs. Nobody's perfect, and neither is any relationship. But if the good still outweighs the bad, you might just be going through a rough patch, not living in a toxic cycle. In short, hard relationships aren't the same as harmful relationships. If there's still respect, effort, and communication, don't be so quick to toss it out. But if none of that exists, keep reading. Now, let's talk about the emotional junk piling up in your life. The relationships that drain you, confuse you, or straight up make you feel like garbage. These are the ones you need to declutter as soon as possible. You feel worse after spending time with them. Pay attention to your energy. Do you feel drained, small, or just off after talking to them? If your body is sending you this sucks signals, listen. The relationship is a one-way street. You reach out, you check in, you make plans, and what do you get in return? Crickets. If you're the only one carrying the relationship, it's time to drop the weight. You have to shrink yourself to keep the peace. If you can't be yourself, your real self, without worrying about their reaction, that's not a relationship. That's a performance. They only show up when they need something. Some people treat relationships like vending machines, put in just enough effort to get what they want and disappear. If that sounds familiar, it's time to unplug the machine. They don't respect your boundaries. No matter how many times you've said, "I don't like when you do that," they keep doing it. That's not an accident, it's a choice, and you don't have to stick around for it. You're holding on because of time, not happiness. Just because you've known someone for years doesn't mean they deserve permanent residency in your life. If the only reason you're staying is history, it might be time to make them part of your past. So you've decided to cut ties. Now what? If only there were a big red delete button for toxic people. But unfortunately, real life is messy. Here's how to make the breakup, friendship, romantic or otherwise, as smooth as possible. Accept that you don't need their approval to leave. If someone's toxic, they're not going to agree with your decision to walk away. They might guilt trip you, play the victim, or suddenly become so sorry. They're not. You don't need their permission to move on. You don't have to explain yourself. Sometimes the best response is no response. If you've already tried to set boundaries and they've ignored them, you don't owe them a TED Talk on why you're done. Go cold turkey if necessary. Some people can't handle a gradual fade out. If they push, manipulate, or refuse to respect your space, block them. Yes, block them. It's not petty, it's self-preservation. Feel the grief, but don't second-guess yourself. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean they should be in your life. Missing a person is normal. Letting them back in to hurt you again? That's a pattern. Fill the space with better people. Cutting toxic relationships isn't just about what you lose. It's about what you make room for. Invest in friendships that feel easy, uplifting, and genuine. You'll wonder why you didn't make space sooner. Decluttering toxic relationships isn't easy, but neither is carrying around emotional dead weight. Some people are lessons, not lifelong commitments. You're not obligated to keep relationships that make you feel small, exhausted, or unworthy. You want to stay balanced in mind, body, and spirit. Certainly, a toxic relationship can create an imbalance, impacting your sense of being, generating unnecessary stresses, lack of mindfulness, and spiritual collapse as well. So, take a deep breath. Trust yourself, and start making room for the people who actually deserve a front row seat in your life. Because once you let go of the wrong people, the right ones have space to walk in. Only you can decide. Well, that's what it is for now. We hope you enjoyed this discussion. If you did, please help us out by giving a like and add us as a subscription. Keep in mind, life keeps coming at us. The dirt roads are rough, but the scenery is great. There's something good in it all. Enjoy the ride.